Did you know there's a watch that chimes on the hour, just like an old clock tower? Or one inspired by 1980s rally cars? These aren't from big-name brands. They're from microbrands, small independent watchmakers shaking up the industry. These companies bring fresh ideas to watchmaking, often at prices that won't break the bank. Let's look at 6 microbrand watches that deserve your attention. Each has its own unique story and features that set it apart from the crowd. Let's start with Vario, a watch brand that started in Singapore in 2016. The story begins with Yvonne, a graphic designer who couldn't find a watch strap he liked. Instead of giving up, he decided to make his own. This led to the birth of Vario, a brand that's all about giving you choices. Vario does things differently. They mix sophistication with fun and quality with affordability. Each Vario watch is designed in Singapore and checked carefully before it reaches your wrist. Now, let's look at some of their watches. The Empire is a popular one. It has an Art Deco style, which means it looks classy and vintage. It's packed with modern features. It uses a Miyota 9075 True GMT movement. In simple terms, this means you can keep track of different time zones easily. Perfect if you travel a lot or have friends around the world. Another popular watch is the 1918 Trench. As the name suggests, it's inspired by watches from World War I. But Vario has updated it with modern features. It has an enamel dial, which looks great and lasts long. It also has a sapphire crystal, which is tough and scratch resistant. Plus, it's water resistant up to 100 meters, so you don't need to worry if you get caught in the rain. Vario isn't just about watches. They also make a variety of watch straps. You can choose from leather, Cordura nylon, and even Harris tweed. This means you can change the look of your watch to match your outfit or mood. Now let's travel to Japan and talk about Kuoe, a watch brand from Kyoto. Kuoe is relatively new, starting in 2020, but its story goes back further. The founder, Uchimura, got the idea for Kuoe when he was a student in London. He visited an antique watch shop and fell in love with classic watch designs. This experience stayed with him and eventually led to the creation of Kuoe. After finishing university, Uchimura didn't jump straight into making watches. He worked for a watch company in Kyoto first. This gave him valuable experience in the watch business. When he felt ready, he started Kuoe. The brand's goal is simple but meaningful: to make classic watch designs available to everyone. Let's look at some of Kuoe's watches. The Old Smith 90002 Bronze is a bestseller. It's based on British military watches from the 1940s to 1970s. What makes it special is the bronze case. Over time, the bronze changes color. This means your watch develops its own unique look as you wear it. It's like the watch tells your story. You can get this watch in 2 sizes, 35 or 38 millimeters. Another popular Kuoe watch is the Royal Smith 90006. This watch has a special waffle textured dial. It's not actually made of waffle, of course, but it has a similar pattern that adds character to the watch. The hands of this watch glow in the dark, which is handy when you need to check the time at night. You can choose between silver or gold cases, and black or ivory dials. Kuoe doesn't cut corners when it comes to quality. They used movements from well-known Japanese companies. Each watch is assembled by hand in Kyoto, ensuring attention to detail. Moving on, now we have Farah. Farah is a British watch company that started in 2015. They're doing something different in the watch world. They mix British design ideas with Swiss watchmaking skills. This creates watches that are unique and well-made. Farah designs all their watches in London. Then, they're made by hand in Switzerland. This blend of creativity and precision makes Farah watches special. They take classic watch styles and add new twists to them. Let's look at some of their watches. The Moon Phase collection is interesting. These watches show the phases of the moon. The moon discs are painted by hand in Geneva. The moons even glow in the dark. It's like having a tiny night sky on your wrist. Another cool set is the Tonneau collection. These watches have bold dials and a barrel-shaped case. They're designed to get noticed. Farah sells their watches directly to customers through their website. This means you can get a high-quality watch at a good price. There are no extra costs from middlemen. If you want a watch that's different with a bit of a British style, you might like Farah. They offer something new in the world of watches. Ever dreamed of owning a piece of racing history? Autodromo's watches can make that dream a reality. They've got a pretty wild backstory. It was started by Bradley Price, a guy who loves both cars and watches. He couldn't find affordable watches that captured the spirit of cars, so he decided to make his own. Autodromo watches are like wearing car history on your wrist. Each watch is inspired by different times in car racing. From old-time races to 1980s rally cars, there's a watch for every car fan. One of their popular watches is the Group B Series 2. It's based on 1980s rally racing. The watch has a thin titanium case and a special bracelet. It looks like something from an old sci-fi movie, but it works great today. For those who like simple designs, there's the Racing Team Chronograph. This watch is very plain, without even the brand name on it. It's based on the plain-looking race cars from the 1990s. If you love both cars and watches, you might really enjoy Autodromo. Their watches tell a story about car history and design.
Alright, we just saw some cool gadgets that are now quite popular, but that wasn't always the case. A lot of marketing had to be done for them to garner such a fan base. So if you are a business owner and want to increase your sales and drive more traffic to your sites, you should check out today's sponsor, Tik Tok For Business. It is a global platform designed to help brands like yours become creative storytellers and meaningfully engage with millions of TikTok users. Whether you're looking to attract customers, drive sales, or boost conversions, TikTok's unique ad solutions can get you there. From small businesses to large agencies, Tik Tok For Business has the tools to help you grow. With Tik Tok For Business, you can launch your first campaign in just 3 easy steps. First, answer a few questions, and TikTok will create a personalized marketing plan just for you. Then, craft your content using an easy-to-use template or upload existing creative. Finally, run your campaign and watch your business reach new heights with the most engaged audience online. So why are you waiting? Find the link in the description box and launch your first TikTok campaign today.
Baltic Watches started in 2016, born from a son's love for his father's passion. Etienne Melek, the founder, discovered his father's watch collection and diary after he passed away. This discovery sparked a journey into the world of watchmaking. Baltic blends vintage aesthetics with modern watchmaking techniques. They're transparent about their production process, using components from Hong Kong, assembling in France, and sourcing accessories from Italy. This global approach allows them to offer high-quality watches at competitive prices. One of Baltic's popular models is the Aquascape Dual Crown. It's a diver's watch with a unique twist. The watch features 2 crowns, one for adjusting the internal bezel and another for setting the time. This design prevents accidental changes to the dive time. The dial is clean and simple, focusing on what's essential for a dive watch. Another eye-catcher is the Prismic collection. These dress watches combine elegance with modern design. The case is made of 5 distinct parts, allowing for different finishes and materials. The dial uses multiple finishes, creating an interesting play of light and depth. If you appreciate vintage style with modern reliability, Baltic might be the brand for you. Here comes our final one, Christopher Ward. Christopher Ward began in 2004 with 3 friends on a boat trip. They discovered that many Swiss brands used similar components but marked up prices significantly. This led them to create an online-only watch brand, offering high-quality watches at fair prices. The company combines British design flair with Swiss watchmaking expertise. Every Christopher Ward watch is hand-built in Switzerland, ensuring top-notch quality. They've even developed their own movements, including the Caliber SH21, the first commercially viable movement from a British brand in 50 years. One of their notable watches is the C1 Belcanto. This watch doesn't just tell time, it chimes on the hour. The titanium case enhances the sound and keeps the watch light. It's powered by the FS01 movement, developed in-house by Christopher Ward. Another popular model is the C65 Super Compressor Elite. This dive watch uses a special mechanism that increases water resistance as you go deeper underwater. It also features a decompression scale for planning dives and a rotating interior bezel for timing. Christopher Ward offers luxury-level watches without the luxury-level prices. If you want Swiss quality with British design at a fair price, this watch brand might be worth checking out. So that's all about the 6 Microbrand watches you should have on your radar. If you enjoyed discovering these unique timepieces, let us know which one caught your eye in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and what microbrands you're excited about.